Hi there, I'm Professor Blackmore, and today I'm coming to you to talk to you about making your own COVID-19 or coronavirus mask so that we do not inundate the supply that is desperately needed by the medical professionals. So I have made my own pattern here. Now I'm gonna cut my pattern. And so you just simply just go around and just cut your pattern. Okay, and I'm gonna take my pattern now. I'm gonna get my fabric and cut my fabric using this pattern. Okay, so here is my fabric, and it is a scuba-like fabric, which is probably more like a 93% polyester and a 7% spandex, okay? You may find some variation around there of a mix of polyester and spandex. And so here is my fabric. Okay, so now I have my fabric and I am going to draw 2 masks on the fabric. Now, quite frankly, I have enough space here for 4, but I'm going to draw 2 for the interest of time because when I'm going to draw 1 here, I wouldn't want to waste this piece of fabric. So I'm just going to go ahead and draw 2, and I'm using my magic chalk here to do that. Okay, so now I have drawn the pattern onto my fabric, and this is what that looks like. And then I'm going to just go ahead and cut these out. Okay, so now I am all ready to cut this out, but I'm going to pin this down first. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start cutting this, and I'm going to use my electric scissors. They're very loud, so I'm going to let you know beforehand. Okay, now I have my pattern all cut out here. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure out 7 inches for the ear straps. Okay, so now I'm going to take my pieces that I've cut out here, and I'm gonna sew them together in the front part here. But before I do that, I'm gonna use my serger machine, and I'm just gonna serge the outside edges of the entire mask. Then I will sew those 2 parts together. Then I'm going to sew these flaps down to secure the ear straps. Okay, now I am going to introduce you to my good buddy right here. This is my brother ST4031HD serger machine. And I use this machine for everything. So if there's anything that I can do with this machine, I'm going to use this one before I use my sewing machine, which I will introduce you to later. Okay, so now you're going to be able to get a close-up look at actually what I'm doing from the sewing machine side. So I'm going to sew the two pieces together first. You could do it either way, but I think the better thing for me to do, I've done it both ways. I like it better when I sew the two pieces together first, then come back and serge the whole thing. So I'm going to lift up my serger foot. Okay, so what I love about this machine is it makes a person, because I'm not a seamstress, but it makes it easy for a person like me to be able to sew something. So now this is what the first part looks like now that I have sewn that. Now I'm gonna sew. I try not to just do it all in one. I try to do one piece, then do another piece. It just works out a little bit better, rather than try to go around, then turn it and try to do it all in one pass. Okay, so that's the first part. Now I'm going to take this, now that we have the two pieces together, so this is what it will look like when I flip it. When I flip it inside out, that's the mask already. But I'm going to go around and I'm going to serge the outsides of it now. Okay, so now I have serged the entire mask around the outside edges. Now the rest of this I'm gonna have to do on my regular sewing machine. I call it regular, but it's not so regular. So I'll come back with that part. And so this is what it will look like on the front. this what it looks like on the reverse side. Okay, so now I'm gonna finish it up on my sewing machine. Okay, we're back, and now I'm gonna introduce you to my second buddy. And I have to say, if I have a favorite buddy, it's my serger machine. I mean, you saw how quick it is to just zoom right through and sew something using the serger. But the serger cuts fabric off the edge and it puts that finishing part on it. And so now I need to finish these parts on the regular machine because I don't want to cut the fabric at the same time. And so now I have to use this machine to do that. And this is my Brother SE600, which is very useful as well. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna set my stitch for this. Okay, and so I usually use a crisscross stitch, this number 18 right here. Okay. Okay, so now that I have my stitch set, now I'm just going to go ahead and sew my ear strap down. All right, and so now I'm ready to sew. Just to lock that in, and then I'm gonna, I don't know if you can see this, but then I'm just gonna hit this button right here, and that will cut my string for me. And then I'm just gonna do the same thing on the other side. So I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. And we're done. Okay, so now here is our finished mask. This is what it looks like on the outside. And now I'm going to flip it over so you can see what it looks like on the reverse side. So you can see how I used the serger to go around the outside edges, and then I used the crisscross stitching here on the sides to secure the ear straps. Okay, so I'm back here now with the finished mask, and I intentionally filmed this video with no lipstick so that I can go ahead and try on the mask so that you can see what it looks like. So this is what the mask looks like. I'm going to go ahead and put you can put your headphones back on with no problem. And so that's what it looks like. It fits very comfortably and you can talk and breathe. Now, wasn't this all very exciting? Well, if you've enjoyed this video, I ask that you please give me a thumbs up and please share this video with your family and friends. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell so you won't miss any of my tips. And please also follow me on Instagram. And if you'd like to purchase my pre-made mask, please visit me on my website at professorblackmore.com.